Hey guys, this is Akshay and today we will look at the working of FacePool. So for the people who don't know, FacePool is a program designed to track and manage attendance using face recognition technology. Talking about the front end of FacePool, I have used Python, Tkinter and Figma. So I have designed everything in Figma and converted it into Tkinter code using a program called SQLite Designer. And coming to backend, I have used SQLite for storing user details like ID and name, and CSV for maintaining attendance records. Coming to algorithms, we have used two algorithms. Number one, Har Cascade classifier, which is used for face detection, and number two, LBPH algorithm, which is actually used for face recognition. So now let's understand about the UI and working of FacePool. So first of all, let's navigate to the directory of FacePool. So in here you have to understand about some important folders, starting with asset folder. So in asset folder, all the UI elements will be stored in this folder. So don't delete any files from this folder because you are gonna end up in an error. Now the second folder is attendance folder, where all the CSV files will be stored in this folder, and the next folder is images unknown folder. So in this folder, all the unknown faces which is identified by our model will be stored in this folder. Now the most important folder, that is training image folder, where all the training images of registered users will be in this folder. So these all are some important folders that you should be aware of. So now let's come back to FacePool, and this is the main window of FacePool. So on the left we can see the area for new users where they can register, and on the right we can see a couple of buttons, and we will actually talk about these buttons in a bit. So now let's see how a user can register into FacePool. So first of all, they have to enter their ID, then their name, and all they have to do is click on add face button. So now the camera will be activated, and the camera will be capturing images of the person in front. Almost 75 samples will be taken for training, and once the training is done, you can see the message face trained successfully. To check whether the user is registered or not, you can click on view registered button in the right, and in this window you can see all the registered users. So you can see my name and ID that I have just registered. So in this window you can see all the registered users. So now to track attendance or capture attendance, all you have to do is click on mark attendance button, and in this window if you click on start, the webcam or the camera will be activated, and the model will be start looking for the registered faces in front. And as you can see that my face has recognized by the model, and you can press Q on your keyboard to quit the recognition window, and there you can also see the done message. So let me close this window, and if you click on view attendance, you can see the attendance. Yeah, as you can see, the attendance has been tracked, and it also include date and time, so that it is very easy to manage for the end user. And if I close this window, in the bottom actually you can see the file button. So if you click on that file button, the attendance folder will be opened in your file directory. So as you can see, and you can see that a new CSV file has been created. It is called attendance slash your current date. That's the format, or that's how the attendance files will be saved. So if you open it, you can see it's a CSV file, and yeah, you can see all the columns and rows there, and that's how we get the CSV files. So now let me show you another cool feature of FacePool. So go to mark attendance window, and here you can see a column called custom name, and you can see that it's optional. So imagine a scenario where, let's say, I'm going to take attendance for the subject maths. So I'm going to type maths, and if I click on start, you can see that the attendance is capturing. And let me press Q, and let me close this and go to view attendance, and you can see the attendance has been captured. Now closing this, and if you press on the file icon, now you can see that a new attendance file has been created with the name in the end, with the custom name in the end, and in my case that's Matt. So if I open that, you can see the captured attendance through that window. So now let's see what does the remove face button do. So clicking on remove face button, so in this window what you can do is you can actually remove registered persons from the FacePool database. So here there are actually two options. One option is you can specify a custom ID and you can remove that person from the database, or you can click on clear all, where all the users will be removed from the database. And now if I close this and if I go to the attendance window and moving to training image folder, here you can see all the images that has been taken by our model for training. Let me go to remove face, and let's say I am going to delete my face from this FacePool. So I am entering my ID, and if I click on remove, you can see the notification removed. And if I go back to training image folder, you can see that there is no images. So likewise, the user will be deleted from the database, the FacePool database. This is also applicable to view registered window. If you go to view registered, the user will be deleted. Near the file button, you can see another button which is about button. So if you press on about button, you can see the about window where the FacePool logo, the version and the developer details will be displayed. Let's say you want to edit the developer name. So in order to edit that, you have to use Figma. So let me show you how. So open Figma and you have to import this file into your Figma account. So I will give the link of this about page in the description, so you can do that. So once opened, what you have to do is just double click on this text area and you can change the text as you wish. You can change your name and all that. Once all done, what you have to do is click on the left, click on that about area. So in Figma we call it frame. So click on that frame. So when you click on that frame, or let's say about area, all the sub layers will be selected. So make sure that that's how it is. And on the right, make sure that the x and y coordinates are 0. Okay, it should be 0, otherwise there will be errors. And if you go down, click on export about, and what you have to do is you have to navigate to the asset folder, and all you have to do is click on save. Make sure that the file name is about.png and click on save. Yeah, you can see that now the name has changed. So that's it. That's all about FacePool. And actually FacePool, you can use FacePool in many different areas like school, college, companies. So in all that areas you can use FacePool. Also you can make some changes to the code to adapt to the setting of that institution. So that's all about FacePool. Also one important thing or one important highlight of FacePool is the minimal UI and the user experience, because the buttons are not cluttered with many options and all that. It's very minimal, it's very clean, and it's very easy for the user to use FacePool. One highlight of the UI is that you can perform any options in FacePool with just 1 or 2 clicks. That's one important highlight of FacePool. So if you have any doubts, feel free to comment below, and also to access the code, documentation and more, check out our GitHub repository. So until next time, peace out.